Well, hi everyone. We're going to get started with our marketing presentation. So my name is Amelia Gulling. I'm the VP of Development and Marketing for the REC Foundation. I might be a new face for some of you because I just started here at the end of October. But today we just want to talk directly with you as EPs, show you some of the things that we've been doing new in the development department, also introduce you to some of the staff. And then we have lots of time for questions. So one of the things that we ask is as we go over things, some of the materials we created, go over the ways that we are communicating with you all, please, if there's any suggestions that you have, we also welcome those as well. So first, I just wanted to say, again, thank you for joining us. Since I started leading this department at the end of October, one of the things we did was ask our internal staff at the REC Foundation what are some areas that they felt we needed to focus on in marketing. And we really took that as a way to come up with 3 priorities for this fiscal year. And so one of those is really honing in on our REC Foundation brand. This can be skewed a little bit, as you might know, since we have been such a VEX-focused program, product, organization. Sometimes we get confused with VEX, but there is a large difference. And so this was one of the first focuses that we have, and we've been trying to update all of our materials and resources to really show that to you all. And we'll be going over those a little bit later too. The second one was all these new programs, as you heard from Dan about AMC, VEX Go, VEX 123, our RAD aerial drone program. We have a lot of new programs. So the secondary, we are really going to focus on getting all that information out as soon as we can about those programs, because we know you are eager and we are eager to kick those all off. And third, really looking at our target audiences. So, what kind of communications do we need to have with you as EPs? That might be different with our teams, that might be different with our other volunteers, and different to our partners. And so that's another area we've really been looking at: target, audience, and communication plans. So with that, I will be introducing our team. So again, Amelia, I'm actually located in Nevada. So I'm a Pacific Coast. Then we have Ruby, our marketing manager. You might recognize Ruby because she's been with the foundation for a while and goes to a lot of events and also helps lead our Girl Power program. Ruby was just promoted to marketing manager at the end of last year, and she's doing a stellar job coordinating all that. Another person who's been with the organization, but maybe a little bit more behind the scenes, is Amy. So Amy's been helping with this new brand and a lot of new material. And so we hope you like some of the things we'll be sharing with you. And we always welcome some feedback on how we can better our process and also better our messaging. And then one of our newest members is Holly. So Holly's actually based in Dallas, and she joined us at around February, which was an awkward time to join this organization, but she's been doing a great job in filling in the needed build capacity now that Ruby has moved up to a manager role. And then we also wanted to share a non-REC Foundation employee, but someone who's part of our team, which is Jen. She works for a group called Rocket Social, and they are our PR company. And so we have some great materials that were coming out of feedback that we have heard to better our communications with you all when we do press releases, sharing photos, how we talk about REC Foundation and your role with us. And so we're excited to share and get some feedback on that as well. And so with this, I'm going to kick it off to Amy, who's going to go over more of the things that we focus on in our department and some of the materials that we create.
Thanks, Amelia. Can everybody hear me? I am trying to get my webcam. That's not coming up.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I just wanted to go over a couple of things of what we do in the marketing communications department. We do email communications, social media, analytics, media opportunities, printed and digital collateral, and the brand guidelines and templates. The brand guide just got finished last week, so we'll be posting that for everybody to view along with in flipbooks. We've been posting a lot of our materials there, so be on the lookout for that because that's coming soon. If we go to the next slide. This along the lines of marketing materials. So what's new? What are we doing in the marketing department? We have the general brochure, which got revamped like a month ago and released like a couple weeks ago. The brand guides, which I just spoke about, will be released in the coming week or so. Event banners. This is you should have seen a couple emails come out already with the code of conduct, the RAD banner, and the NGF banner. Those are available through USA Image, which I'm sure Brad and Cheryl has sent a couple emails about. Program and resource digital one-pagers. This is fairly new. We just started the flipping books process where it's a live link that you can share due to COVID, and we can't really visit one another right now. This has been a great way to spread our marketing materials around. And again, like Amelia said, if there's anything that you guys see that from marketing or communications that we can help you with, just let us know. We're happy to help. And I believe Ruby's gonna take it from here.
Hi, everybody. Again, my name is Ruby, and excited to be here today to talk to everybody. So for our marketing materials, this is a continuation of what you can expect that's coming soon. We have, again, as Amelia had mentioned earlier, we do work really closely with our PR team, and we have heard in previous EP summits that press release templates and different media resources are of great need among event partners to be able to promote your events and also to be able to promote our programs. So we have been working with our PR firm to produce what we're going to be calling a public relations toolkit. The toolkit will be available on the media page of our website when it is complete, and it will essentially be your one-stop shop for being able to refer to REC Foundation approved messaging, media pitching tips, best practices of how to connect with the media and communicate with the media about your events. We'll also provide typical press release templates that you can basically plug and play. There will be sections highlighted where you can enter in your own information about your specific event. And we'll also provide some media advisory templates because it's not always the best option to send out a press release. Sometimes a media advisory email does the trick. So we're excited about that being available to you. It's something we've been working on for a couple of months now. And also coming soon, we will have more of those program and resource digital brochures. We're using a new program called Flipping Books that is it's very interactive. It's a great way to share PDF material. You can click on links, you can navigate around, and they're also very easy to share. So if there are materials that are REC Foundation provided, we will have those on the media page of our website for you to reference. And as they become available, we'll continue to communicate to you where they can be found. Excuse me. All right. So additional marketing materials, like I mentioned, the media page of our website is really where you can find a lot of the marketing and communications materials that I just mentioned, and some of the new ones as well. So there you'll find our media contact. We have a media email address, marketing@Robotics Education. But that's where you can send any media inquiries or really anything that's marketing related. We will monitor those requests and get in touch with you. Then we also have our social media info on that page, and that's also where you'll find the Media Resources tab, which will include a download file of all of our high-resolution logos, as well as the new brand guidelines document that Amy referenced earlier. And we also have some digital collateral that's available there, and our new and improved REC Foundation digital brochure. Again, updates are going to be made to this page as they become available. So bear with us as we're kind of moving through and getting those updates made. But as of today, we do have those materials available for you there. Let's see. And now I believe we switch it over to Holly to talk about email communication.
Hi, everybody. For all those I haven't been able to meet yet, I'm Holly, and I handle all things social media and newsletter, which is what I'll be talking about over these next few slides. So we have 3 monthly newsletters that we send out, with the 4th one coming soon. Our team update is, we're going to try to send it out every second Tuesday of the month. And it's our largest update in terms of audience reach. Then we have our event partner update, which everyone here should be receiving. And we're going to try to send that out every second Thursday of the month. We have our partner update, which is sent out every second Wednesday of the month, and that goes out to all our sponsors. And then coming soon, we'll have a monthly RAD update, which we're gathering content for as the program grows. So if you haven't been receiving a newsletter that you should be receiving or want to be receiving, please email marketing@roboticseducation.org to subscribe. Okay, then for social media, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube at the handles listed on this slide. Be sure to follow us and subscribe to stay up to date with us, and share our content with your teams to have a more engaging profile. And you can also use our hashtags in your posts so that we can see your content, and people on social media interested in the topic can see it also. And this is an example of how a hashtag can impact your post. This is a picture that we posted on our Instagram to promote our online STEM learning resources page. We included relevant hashtags and a comment on the post, and it reached a total of 4,382 people. And from that number, 2,125 found that post through hashtags. So as you can see, hashtags really do have an impact on your audience, and we highly recommend using the ones that we've listed on this slide. And you can also find this list of hashtags on the media page that we showed earlier. And that's it for me. Amelia, you want to take it back?
No, that's perfect. Thanks, Holly. Sorry, we're all getting used to this fun virtual way to communicate with you all. So we hope you liked the presentation. We know it was brief, but we wanted to let you know some of the changes that we have coming. And again, it's going to be really important to subscribe to those specific newsletters. We will not bombard you, but it's our quickest way to get you some direct information, especially for you EPs. And with that, as Ruby said, we will be sending in the next EP newsletter some of the new links to the one-pagers, and then we will have a dedicated web page that we will share with you all, where we will start putting these. Great way to share it, very interactive, using that flipping books medium, and then but you can also print them off and turn them into PDFs. So with that, we have only a few questions, but I'll get to them. So the first question was, can we get a green screen backdrop if we host a virtual tournament? I think that's a wonderful, great idea that we had not even thought of yet. So yeah, I know Amy's here, and we can see what exactly people would need to do that, but that's a really wonderful idea that we could make sure that we put to our COVID restart guide and plan to get you the materials that you need. The next question is, our team is trying to make a brochure that can be distributed to potential sponsors, mostly local businesses. Do you have materials that individual teams can be used for promotion, or is this marketing material for event organizers only? So this is a really great question. We have our new RECF brochure that we can share with you all. If you haven't already been shared with it by your RSM, we'll make sure afterwards that you get that. Our priority right now is to make sure all of our REC Foundation material is updated first. So I'm not quite sure what other material you would need. We're hoping that that brochure might be enough. Some of the other things that are coming out is workforce development stats and impact, and why it's so important to have robotics teams. That could be very helpful to local sponsors. But wearing my development hat for a second for you, I think what will be important to look at is what exactly the funding you will need, what it will go towards. So that's clear when you're talking to those potential sponsors and donors. And then what we can help you with is why robotics matters and how it's impactful, even though it's always wonderful to have your students carry on that message too. So I hope that answered your question a little bit. One of the other things that we'll share with you is our VEX World Sponsorship document that also has been updated, so you can get a little look at that as well. Yeah, I think the message from the students will be strong, and then we have a lot of backup material about the impacts of robotics, especially to students. So I hope that helps. It looks like we have a couple more. Can you share the sign up for the newsletter again? Yes, I can. Hold on. If I'm still live on here, let's see. Go back. So here you go. And if you have any questions, that goes right to our marketing team, so we can make sure you get signed up for the right one as well. And then last question we have here, are there any plans to design event items like the VRC table throws, feather flags, pop-up banners, pop-up photo backgrounds, same for IQ? So I'm not sure if it will be mentioned in other sessions, but we have moved to creating some banners for EPs that you can purchase directly from that organization. I think it's called USA Banners. I'm forgetting off the top of my head right now. But that information will be sent out to you. We do not have USA Image, thank you. We do not have plans to help with any other materials at this time. We just focused on banners, but if that's a particular request that would be, it sounds like would be helpful, we'll definitely look at that and see how we can also aid in that. In the meantime, what we do have, if you want to work with your own company or group to get some of those materials, we do have a new updated brand and style guide that you can have and give to them to make sure everything is branded correctly with the RECF brand. And the same is, it looks like another question came in about the RECF logo for t-shirts at this event. So yes, we are finalizing that right now. It should be done probably next week. We'll be sending out that brand and style guide. And we'll make sure, again, we're trying to send things directly to EPs via our EP newsletter, but we'll make sure to update your RSMs, as well as social media and other spots. But we're trying to get all this new information up to you guys as soon as possible. And then again, it will be on our webpage under those media resources. So we are going to be uploading a lot of that material we talked about today, that particularly for this group, you as EPs, that it will be there. And I think that is it as questions. Yeah, so we can leave a couple more minutes for questions, or I'll open it to my fellow development team, Ruby, Amy, Holly, if you guys have any additional things you want to state or say while we wait for a couple more questions to come in.
I think we are good. If anyone else has any other questions, please feel free to send them on over. And I did just want to clarify one thing, that the to Amelia's point, that brand guideline that does outline see the logo usage and parameters. That actually is available currently on our website. It's on the media page and just went up very, very recently.
Perfect. Okay. Well, I think that's
I think
it.
we have one more for you, Amelia.
Oh, yay. Okay, so yes, that's a very good question. So there is another marketing breakout, I believe either later today or tomorrow. And that will particularly be looking at what EPs have done as best practices. So there, and it will be kind of a reminder of some of the resources we have here, but really looking at, as you with this particular community as EPs, what people have done as a great best practice, and also recruitment. So the marketing piece for your particular events and who they've worked with as far as stakeholders and partners and communications. So that's a great new, if you want to get some tidbits there, welcome you to go there. And I also, before we end it, I also want to just let you know that we're starting this communication with you all, but we really would love that feedback. So that, again, that email that I have up right now, the marketing@robotics.org. If you have any follow-up thoughts, please let us know, or things that would help you with messaging and communication, especially now as we're looking at COVID and the impacts it will have on the season. We would love the feedback. We might not be able to do everything, but we will get back to you, and we are listening and trying to get as many of these materials out that we can to make it a successful season, even though it might look very different this year. Veronica had one more question. I'll do. Are banners available overseas? Good question. I might kick this one to Brad, who's on there. I'm not sure if they can do that. Maybe it would just be a increased shipping amount.
So right now, the event partner banners that we were discussing, the ones that are being ordered from USA Image this year, which include a Code of Conduct banner and an REC Foundation Programs banner, they are available only to event partners here in the United States this time. However, it's our plan to make that artwork available for download and printing in each of your specific locations. So maybe not the exact answer that everyone was hoping to get here, but just recognizing that there's a lot of logistics challenges when working with a vendor to try to get these materials distributed worldwide. That, in addition to the time delay from when you would order it here and when you would get it, has kind of prevented us from making it available, let's say in Europe or Asia or other places. So hopefully that helps, and we'll take the action item to make sure that that banner artwork is uploaded to roboticseducation.org if it isn't already.
Yeah, that's great, Brad. Yeah, and that's a perfect, I think, solution for that. We will give you the specs and all the artwork so you can just hand it off to someone else to print it. So you don't have to pay all those shipping costs to do it overseas. All right, I don't see any more questions here, unless, Brad, you have some other ones coming in. So I'll wait just a second.
I think we have one more. It looks like folks are wondering if the brochure is available as a PDF, the REC Foundation General brochure. And I do have an answer for that one. It is. If you go to the flipping book link, there should be an option there on that page to be able to download as a PDF. I believe that's correct. Amy, if you could clarify, just confirm.
Yep, no, you were, that's correct. Yep, we can reshare that out, all the links that are available through the flipping book, just in case someone missed it.
Yeah, we will be sending an event partner update email blast. So again, as Amelia said, just make sure you email that marketing email address to make sure that you're subscribed. And that next EP update that goes out will have a kind of a recap of a lot of these materials that we discussed today, where you can find them, and so that you have what you need. I do have one other thing I did just want to mention, just as a follow-up, to just thank all of our event partners so much for all of your social media posts that we see. When you do use the hashtags REC Foundation, or you use any of those hashtags that we mentioned earlier, or if you tag us in your posts, we really do love it, and we love your engagement, and it makes us really excited. And we really do like to show our support of those posts as well. So if you are active on social media at your events, and even as you're navigating this new landscape of virtual learning and having your students be in these different formats, sharing that with us is great. And I think that a lot of people are looking to social media for community, and that's part of what we would love to be able to provide for you, is a community of support to show our encouragement of STEM learning. And that's all I have.
All right, well, it looks like that's all the questions that came in. So again, thank you for your time. Just echoing Ruby, we appreciate you all, and we all are all in this together. So just let us know how we can help, and we will do our best to work with you all to get the resources that you need for a wonderful season. So with that, make sure again to tune into the other marketing one for best practices, and enjoy the rest of your EP Summit.